Alright folks, I did a video on a parlor just before this one, and to keep that theme going, this is technically not a parlor, although some people do refer to them as parlor size. This is a 00 sized guitar. Now this one here is my first experience with a brand called Bristol. Now those of you who are familiar with Bristol will know that this is the budget line of breedlove guitars, and when you get to budget lines it's hit and miss. I mean, Takamine has Jasmine, some of them are made okay. Who is it? Fender has Maestro, don't really like them that much, and on we go. Lots of different sort of budget brands across the spectrum for many guitars, and sometimes they're good in their own right, and sometimes they lag so far behind their parent company and are not much better deal in price. I thought that might be the case with these Bristols until I came across this model. This is the BM15S. Now the S stands for solid top, so they do make the BM15, which is all plywood or laminate woods, and then they make this BM15S. And this goes for about $400, so it's right up there with some of their breedlove guitars. It's not a cheap guitar, and they've hit all the pre-war appointments on this. It's got the solid mahogany top, mahogany back and sides, the black binding, the black and white purfled rosette, very traditional, one-piece back, which you see at a lot of guitars of this ilk. Really nice slim tapered neck on this, very narrow. Doesn't bother me. I know some people don't like that. Graphite nut and saddle. Really nice guitar on this. I just did a bit of beginning setup on this. I cleaned up the fret ends. I may have to do a little bit more. The action was really high on this, and I took it down. I might have to adjust it again, although I might let it just sit for a day. The fret ends weren't too bad. It does actually look like this is an ebony board on this, although the bridge is rosewood. So even though this is their budget line, this is not a skimped on guitar. This is really nicely made. There's the black heel cap on that. It's very handsome, and I really like this size. This is very similar to the Grand Auditorium that I got from Martin Klemmer, if you saw that video a couple of weeks back. You know, around the world things get called slightly different things. This is billed as being an actual 00 size guitar, so it's not as slim and tapered as the parlor that I showed you earlier, but it is a smaller body guitar, and it's really sweet and nice, and you know, these all mahogany guitars, particularly with the solid tops, are starting to grow on me a bit. I've always been so pro spruce and cedar, but I'm really starting to like playing some of these all mahogany guitars, particularly if they have a nicely graduated solid mahogany top, as this one does. So I'm really impressed with this. I picked it up on sale fairly cheaply, but the regular list price I think is around $450, and I think they go around $299, $300, somewhere around there normally. So it's not a junk guitar, it's a nice guitar, and I read some reviews on it, and people say that it stacks up very nicely. This particular model with a solid top stacks up nicely with the breedlove, a lot of the breedlove guitars, and they don't know why they went with the Bristol logo. I've also read that Bristol was one of the homes of blues guitars, early pre-war blues guitars. I'm not sure what state that is. Is it Bristol, Massachusetts? I can't remember which state it is. It probably wouldn't be the Northeast if it's blues, would it? Maybe Alabama or something. And that's why they decided to go with a Bristol on this particular series of guitars. But these are really nice, folks. If you like the sort of pre-war all mahogany blues boxes, this is probably one of the best I've seen in this price range. Normally these solid mahogany top ones are a little bit more pricey. So I think they've done a really good job with this. It's not blinged out at all. It's very, very traditional. They're just going to hit all those appointments. It's got a very small volute. The headstock's very slender. The neck is slender. It's really a classic porch guitar. I'm going to play it for a while. I got a couple of these. I'll probably throw one up on my Reverb and eBay pages, but it's fun to play. I don't quite like it as much as the Parlour that I showed you on the previous video, but I do like it a lot. And it kind of reminds me of the Orangewood makes an old mahogany guitar. A very similar looking guitar with similar appointments, and probably I think Guild makes one too, their Westerly series, or their Chinese made Guilds. I think they make was it a G120 or something like that, which is a similar type guitar. I think is a lot more money. So yeah, this is a good find, and it's educated me a little bit about the Bristol brand, the budget brand of Blueridge guitars. And if they're all like this, it might be worth exploring some more of them. I noticed that they have some spruce top guitars as well. So maybe I'll look into getting more of these. Anyway, hope you got something out of this, and I'll see you next time.